Well, first off, let me tell you, this is one of the safest places to be probably in the whole country right now because there are police literally everywhere. They're checking IDs. They're trying to get people in and out of here. This morning, though, it was a bit of a different scenario. That's because we actually had a pretty serious knife attack happen around 11 o'clock in the morning. It took place right over here on this corner you see behind me here where you see it, the City Park, that red City Park sign on 7th Avenue and 40th Street West here right in Times Square itself. The bloody attack happened again right around 11 o'clock in the morning. What we do know is the suspect, he got stabbed several times, and then he actually fled down, we're told by police, into one of the subways at one point, either looking for help or trying to escape the attacker who was after him. Let's take you to the video right now. We don't know right now, according to investigators, what led up to this very dangerous attack. Paramedics rushed the man who was stabbed to a nearby hospital for emergency medical care. Police tell us he is in serious condition. Now, one issue making things difficult for investigators in this case is that police say the victim has not been cooperating with them, and they're not really sure why. The knife-wielding suspect hasn't been seen since. What makes this crime particularly interesting, everybody, is that it took place just as thousands of police officers were being brought into this area as a security force for New Year's Eve tonight in Times Square. The NYPD has called up an army of officers to cover and patrol every inch of Times Square for about the next 12 hours, well into tomorrow morning. Times Square visitors we talked to tell us they feel very safe being out here. Let's pull you back out live where you can see just some of the security response. Again, aside from those thousands of officers, you also have a lot of officers you can't see, plainclothes officers who are blending into the crowds, kind of walking around. The main action out here isn't going to start for a couple more hours, but as we heard earlier, security is very, very tight. You see just some of these barricades around here. This is just some of it. It takes you probably, once you get kind of close to Times Square, about 45 minutes to an hour to get your car anywhere near a number of these avenues to get close to the main heart of Times Square where that ball drop is happening. As for that knife attack, again, both the victim and the suspect are described as men in their 20s, and the suspect is still on the loose. We're going to have more information on him hopefully later. As for the victim, he is expected to survive. Stay with us. We're going to have more details on this story later on in the Pix 11 News at 6 o'clock.